Alright, welcome back to The Unaware Altair Meister Anime Review, episode number 3. This one's interesting though. So, basically, in the case of this episode, our nun, yes, the nun, Misfits is being, we see her, she wakes up wherever she is, and it turns out it's actually just ruins that she's in, where she has controlled by a demon lord. Yes, a demon is controlling her to unleash an army of monsters on the city. Yep, but here's something interesting though. On the western wall, the monsters are being purified. Because apparently, where Kurt lives, that's perfectly normal. Despite the fact that where they are, it's not normal at all. Yeah. So, while this is all going on, basically... yeah. So, Kurt basically continues making food in the mansion, while... of course, he decides to go out a little protect the city, like Sakura's on a mission to eliminate trolls, as a distraction, while everybody's attack. He gets bored, or at least distracted while cleaning the mansion. And then he proceeds to forge a sword and imbue with magic, and then Atelier comes in and shows her the sword, like, oh, I made a mistake because he was distracted. Apparently, the sword actually is special magic, available later. Actually, it's illusion magic, because it comes into play in the very next episode. Also, he refers to her as someone precious to him, which makes her blush. Not like a little on the cheek here. I'm talking about beet red. Yeah. So, like, they have to go clean out the ruins. Of course, think about cleaning it. Actually clean it. So, then, of course, the plan is to use Kurt's crystals to basically destroy, to purify the dead. By the way, the first time we see the monsters, they were on top of the wall, and it's being purified. It's freaking skeletons, and they're being purified by the wall. The western wall, mind you. The very wall Kurt worked on. Yeah. I think basically, after this whole thing, I hope Kurt basically is asked to, hey, can you do that for the entire city walls? He'd be like, sure, no problem. So, while this goes, of course, they go out and basically have the main general basically go out with Yuta, because he volunteers to go clean up the ruins, and have his subordinate basically, his name is, if I can find his name here. I mean, his name sounds like generic. Yeah. So, he leads his basically men to distract all these crystals. They get through, and more are coming, and they can't handle it enough. And also, here comes Sakura out of nowhere, the group Sakura, and they basically, with them, of course, they use more crystals. They get inside, and of course, Kurt and Leslie proceed to... how they get there is quite interesting. So... then, of course, you have in the general meet gets to the room to fight Demon Lord, and they can't end it. They chop his head up. Lewis stabbed where his heart is. Nothing's working, and then just by sheer coincidence, Miss Us basically is all hope lost. And then all of a sudden, here comes Kurt digging through the freaking floor because he tunneled his way there. He breaks thinks that she's basically doing garage graffiti. and they suspect, because he apparently does not know anything about the assassination attempts. So he uses a mop, yes, a mop, to clean up a magic circle, which causes the move. And after it's all cleared, then he gives her triangular rice balls, which give her a little curse mark that she got from episode 4. Yeah, she got that from the Bishop Tristan, which of course basically, if the princess herself actually hears it, she expects, yeah, he probably is one behind this. And the demon lord himself is actually eliminated thanks to the crystal, and she's taken away by 2 soldiers. And in the aftermath, well, the princess, of course, as a thank you for helping out, for saving their life, liquor. She's like, sure, no problem. And then, of course, you have Kurt, everybody a big humongous meal celebrating. Everyone's eating food, so Kurt like, wow, just like so sad. And he's like, oh yeah, they're eating all this fast because it's so good. I would agree. And then, of course, basically their wound just magically healed thanks to Kurt's magic. And as a celebration for this victory, apparently decided to launch up fireworks. Apparently it took time to make fireworks. I thought this was really cool. It's like, oh, wounds heal on a full stomach. And it was like, that doesn't work that way. But, yeah, that's pretty much all that happens. I want to make sure about this. Just be sure. Oh yeah, and then also basically a Viscount named Taku meets a demon girl named Halgard. So, who voices Halgard? She's voiced by Emily Lowe. Yep. The Count himself, they actually do not have a credited dub actor. Well, he actually doesn't speak yet, per se, but yeah, I do enjoy this episode. That I do. Let me take a look here for this one. Like, how many series is it now, basically, I've heard Emily Lowe's voice in? I don't think it's lots of, but you only hear her voice very briefly. But she's not identified as Helga, but basically that's who it is in the episode. But all in all, still 2 really good episodes. I'm enjoying this series. I really am. But still the plan is, once I'm finished with this, I'm going back to the Jiraiya to finish that up. Because by Friday, it will have been 3 weeks since I went on break from it. And I figured though, good time for me to go back for it. Yep. But yeah. Like, basically the series is definitely something I'm looking for. As for what anime I do next, you have to wait until I do my break from my next Metal Hero series, which I'll reveal what that is when I finish up Jiraiya. But one thing I will reveal, it's going to be a Heisei era one, because basically I'll be pretty much finished up. Okay, so for Emily Lowe, this actually is her 16th series for her. Yep, 16. Who would have thunk it? Last series came across to her, and it was basically Dragon Ball Daima. Before that, it was, I kid you not, it was the Apothecary Diaries. Yeah, that was officially the last one that I counted her in. Where she was, I think, if I remember correctly, I think she's like the star of that one. I believe so. Before that was the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. I probably need to basically put a proper order for these shows at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much it for particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. I will see you tomorrow for more of this, along with the Brilliant Healers, New Life in the Shadows, and our last Rise in the World. Okay, let's go. Bye.